Hello friends, welcome to our channel ICSE Easy Learn. So today we are going to do our chapter of moral science for class ninth ICSE board. So our first lesson name is I am unique. Okay, I am unique. So each person living on this earth is unique, okay, different from one another. So, in the starting of this chapter, they have given us a story. Let's read that. So once there lived a crow. So once at a time there was a crow living, and he was means we can say happily living in a forest. Okay, but one day what happened? The crow happened to see a white swan. Okay, so one day the crow see a white swan. Okay, and she looked at the swan. She means the crow looked at the swan. Okay, and to herself. Okay, first of all, the crow sees to the swan and then she looks to herself. Okay, so now the crow understood the contradiction. Means now, after seeing herself and the swan, the crow understood the contradiction. Means the difference in the color of the swan and herself, because swan was of pure white color and the crow, is in black color. So for the first time in her life, she felt ashamed of her color. So the crow at the time thought that the swan looks very pretty. Okay, so now she says that the swan looks very pretty. She must be the most contented bird in the forest. Okay, and the crow approached the swan, greeted her, and shared her thought to her. Now, after thinking so much that now the crow is thinking that the swan is the most pretty and the contented bird in the forest. After thinking that, the crow approached or meet that swan and greeted her first of all, and then shared her thought with her. Okay, now what does the swan answered in the reply? She said that your observation, okay, and your thinking is right. Okay, and then she is telling that I too had thought that I am the most beautiful and the happiest bird in the forest until I met the double colored parrot last week. Okay, so what basically they are going to tell us from here to here. Okay, it would be continued on the next page also. So what they have given us, that first of all there is a crow. First of all there is a crow. After that, when the crow sees the swan, what does it see? It sees the swan. Then we can say that the crow was ashamed of the difference between the colors. But the swan said to the crow that I also felt that I was the most beautiful until I have seen we can say until I have seen a parrot. Okay, and then parrot is of double colored. Okay, a combination of two colors. Okay, then this crow went to the parrot, and then she means the crow told the parrot all the things. Then what does the parrot told her? That parrot said that I also think that I am the most beautiful and fortunate bird until or unless I had made a peacock. Okay, now because peacock has many colors, and the tail of his is very much good and beautiful. So now this crow went to peacock and told all the story. Now what peacock replied is the thing that we must learn from this story. So what does peacock says? That peacock said that peacock was in the zoo. Okay, peacock was in the zoo. Then the crow went to the zoo and made the peacock. Then peacock said that yeah, I also feel this, but the peacock said that I have seen almost all birds and animals in the zoo, but there is not a single crow present in the forest. Okay, so what does the peacock mean to say? Peacock mean to say that all the all the animals and birds, okay, they have they have means the humans have taken all their freedoms, but crow, we can say, is the only bird that we can say that has freedom. Okay, that is, not behind the bars. So this is the whole story, which gives us a lesson that we must not compare ourselves with others, because each one of us is unique. Okay, so this story told us this lesson. Okay, so up to here this is the story. Now let us discuss question is the first of all, comment on the self image of the crow at the beginning of the story. The crow at the beginning of the story was being feeling ashamed of the color, and the swan, the swan was feeling that the parrot is very much beautiful than the swan. Then when the crow went to the parrot is thinking that no, peacock is beautiful than me, and at last the peacock is thinking that the crow is better than me. So this is the self image of these. Okay, and second question is that did the self image of the crow change at the end of the story? Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the story, the self image of the crow changed. Okay, because peacock said that there was not a single crow present in this zoo, and it was, it gives change in the mindset of the crow. Now third one is that what did you learn from the story? Okay, did we learn from the story? So this is the answer, that we are like the birds. Okay, we are like these birds. Okay, all of them realize their worth, still they compare them with others. Okay, when they are comparing them with each other, they know the worth of themselves. Okay, they realize their worth and felt bad of themselves in comparison to what others had, so thus fail to value their uniqueness and to live magnificently. Okay, so this is the, we can say, this is the thing which we came to learn from the story. Okay, now next is you are unique. So this is we can say this is a not given to us, that we all are unique. Okay, you may think that the world does not need you. Okay, many of us are thinking that the world around us doesn't need us. Okay, but it does. It is a reality that we can say the world that is around that is surrounded by us needs us. Okay, at some or the other point, and we are unique, or they are saying that you are unique, you are like no one that has ever been before or will come after. So you are the person which is very much unique. There is no person who is like we can say of your personality came before or will not came after you. Okay, so no one can speak with your voice. Okay, so we can say each one of has different voice, so no one can speak with your voice. Okay, and no one can smile your smile. Okay, no one can smile the way in which you smile or shine your light. So no one can take your place, for it is yours alone to fill. So there is nobody in this world who can take up your space. Okay, so this this we can say para understand us what is the importance of us. Okay, and we all are unique, we must not compare ourselves with the others. Now next is that we are God's wonderful creation. So the God has created us, and we are the God's wonderful creation, and each one is different, unique, carefully crafted, and distinctively means gifted. So God has gifted us. Okay, so have you read that recent news shared on WhatsApp? What they have said, that if you find any child crying all alone on the street, please take the child to the nearby Aadhaar office. They will identify the details of the child if his or her Aadhaar card is made. How? What they are doing, they are they are checking the fingerprints of the child, and if there is the Aadhaar card made of him or her earlier, then they can recognize that child easily. So it's also a gift from God. Okay, and it's also, we can say, it's a miracle that the population is very much vast on this earth, and we each one of us have different fingerprints. Okay, so identify one's own uniqueness is quite essential. So we must we must discover in ourselves that what is unique in me that is not present in the others. So sometimes Sometimes, though we know our uniqueness, we do not feel happy about it. But sometimes, what is happening, we know that we are different from others in this aspect, but by knowing that also we are not feeling happy, and we are not thanking God for that. It, or do not thank God for what we are and what we have. Instead, we compare ourselves with others and feel guilty for what we are not or what we do not have. So by comparing ourselves and by being guilty of ourselves, we are directly, we can say, we are directly, we can say that, disgracing the God who has made us uniquely. Okay, so have you heard the quote? A man fully alive is the glory of God. Okay, so if we are alive fully, okay, at this time, so it is only the glory of God. So we must be we can say, thankful for it. What we are and what we have are all precious and unique gifts from God. So we must use ourselves for the glory of God and to give joy to the people. So we can say that we must use our body, our senses, and all the things, all the gifts which we have get from the God. We must use that to glorify our God and to give joy to the people, okay, and to make the people happy that are surrounded, that surrounds us. Okay, so we must use ourselves for the glory of God and to give joy to the people. Thus one should neither boast about oneself means, we should not be, much proud about ourselves. So we must not boast about oneself, nor we must, we can say, look down upon others. So these both cases are, completely wrong. First of all, if we are very much proud, okay, and second case is that we are, we are feeling very much guilty, and we can say very much, we can say, shamed of ourselves. So it should be not there. Okay, so these both things are false, or we can say these both things are wrong. So both are equally wrong. When one boasts, or he or she is very much proud about him or her, he or she thinks that the gifts and talents are his or her merits. They take the ownership by themselves without giving, we can say, the glory to God or the credit to God. When we look down upon others, we are dishonoring God who has uniquely created us. Now let's see one more story, that is, once a landowner gave 5 acre, 3 acre and 1 acre of land respectively to 3 of his servants. So what is happening, that there is a landowner which you can see, he goes abroad for 1 year. Okay, okay, and as he was going outside or abroad for a year, he, we can say, he gave duties to his 3 servants for, we can say, caring, or we can say that, earning by his land. So what did he do is, he gave 5 acres to one person, okay, then 5 acre to one person, 3 to 1, and 1 acre to one. Okay, so these 3 servants are there. So after 1 year, when the landowner came and asked about from the first servant, then he said that I earned 5 lakh from the 5 acre. Then the second one said that I earned 3, we can say, lakhs from the 3 acres. Okay, okay, and so what the landowner said to them is that we can say that he would give them, we can say, a ownership of that land. But when the landowner asked to the third servant that what did he do or earn with the 1 acre, then what does the third servant said? He said that, he gave me only 1 acre land, and he was, we can say, comparing, and he is saying that you have given 5 acre to one and third to one, then why you have given me one? So he said that I have done nothing, I left your land as it was. Okay, so now the landowner was very much angry. Okay, because what is happening, see, the third one, the person who is getting 3 acres didn't compare with the 5 acre, that's why he got the ownership and get profited. But the third one, we can say, compared with the other ones, and you know that he was, we can say, he was not given a penny from it. Okay, he didn't earn from that. Okay, So let us evaluate. Can you compare yourself with any of the three servants? Justify your answer. Yes, we can compare ourselves with the second servant, because the second servant doesn't compare himself from the first one having 5 acres. Okay. So next is that understanding and developing one's own talents and giftedness is an unalterable responsibility of each individuals. Okay, so it is a duty of ourselves. We are accountable before God, the creator who has blessed us with such unique gifts. Now it is our responsibility to understand, appreciate and encourage our friends' uniqueness also. So it will help them to identify the unique giftedness and develop their talents and gifts. So now they have given you an activity that you may take any one of your friends' name, and we can say with each word you can add a self-descriptive quality. Okay, you can add. Now these are the answers. Let us discuss. So let us find out the answers. First one is that what did you learn from the lesson I am unique? Write briefly. So to be unique means you stand out of the crowd. Okay, to be unique means you stand out of the crowd. There is always one or many reasons you are different from one another. To be unique does not really mean you are loser, but you are, we can say, you can write over here that you are a precious gem among the shining stone. Okay, so this line you can add. Second one is that why did the landowner takes back the land from the third servant and gave it to the first servant? Okay, so it is in page number 7, or you can simply write that the landowner takes back the land from the third servant and gave it to the first servant because the third servant compares himself from others and didn't earn the money from that land, and he left the land as it was. Okay, now third is that how would you help your friend to identify his or her uniqueness? So on that case also you can go on page number 7 and see that it is our responsible. Okay, we must understand our friends, we must appreciate them, encourage our friends uniquenesses. Okay, and it will help them to identify the unique giftedness and develop their talents and gifts. Now last question is that how can you glorify God? So how can we glorify God? We glorify God by not being comparing ourselves with others. We are not looking down at others. We are not boosted by oneself. Okay, we should not we can say we should not ignore the gifts given by our God. So there are many we can say answers for this question, and the true false, you can see the answers here. True false, the sequence is true and false. Okay, so last two questions are, let us evaluate. Tony is a smart boy. He always considers himself different. So he denies all suggestions and advices given to him. He does as he likes. Do you justify Tony? Give reasons for your question. Yeah, we completely didn't justify Tony because we can say he is very much proud of himself. He is not giving any credit to the God. So we can say that he is not glorifying God, so that's why we are not justifying Tony. Now second is that Rekha is in class 9. She has a beautiful voice. Parents sent her for vocal and instrumental music classes. She did her lessons very well, okay, and performs wonderfully on the stage till last year. So there's the climax over here. At present she never comes to the stage saying somebody called her African singer. So does Lekha glorify God when she denies stage offers? No, she didn't glorify God because she is in the hands of comparing with the others. Okay, and we can say she is responding, okay, according to the people we can say commenting her. Now second is that how would you persuade Rekha to accept programs? So how can we do? We can appreciate her, we can make her understand that we should not hear to the people, okay, telling these things. We should not compare ourselves with others. So these things we can write in this question. Third one is that if you were Lekha, what would be your response? We can say that if we were Lekha, then we would not stop performing on the stage, okay, because at that time when we are ignoring on when we can say refusing the stage, at that time we are not glorifying the God Okay, so that's a question. Okay, so our chapter is completed and I hope it's very much clear to you all the things. But if there is any doubt in any question or any of the, we can say, text, then you can write that in the comment section. You can like this video and share it with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel ICSE Easy Learn. Then you can click on the channel and also view our playlist on we can say on 6th to 9th, or we can say 10th ICSE syllabus we have been completing, and you can see the videos which are helpful for you. So thank you, bye bye.